In today's video, we will address setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential in any relationship, but when a friend or loved one is addicted to drugs or alcohol, they're even more important. The following are signs that you need to set boundaries or strengthen your existing boundaries. You bring up what he or she has done wrong in the past. You send him or her on guilt trips. You are constantly telling him or her what to do and warning what will happen if they don't do it. You criticize. You give solutions when you haven't been asked. You cover for him or her, lied for them, called in sick for work, picked him or her up from the bar. You are taken advantage of or stolen from. You walk on eggshells to avoid conflict. The following video we are about to watch is adapted from Joanne Harry's New York Times best-selling book, Chasing the Scream: The First and Last Days of the War on Drugs.
Three times we had to prosecute for theft because it was so impacting to our family. He didn't steal a little bit of money. He stole thousands of dollars at a time.
Why are you here today?
We had to go before, they call it a community corrections board. They called him names, they insulted him, they belittled him, they tormented him. For about 10 minutes, not for very long, because they've probably got 20 of these people coming through in a day. They were brutal. Why would you steal from your mother? Who steals from their mother? He told me he hated me. He told me when I died he would dance on my grave. Why are you doing this to me, Mom?
Lies and excuses. No, you don't.
So my son was 13 years old when we started noticing some pretty significant changes in his life. He was our fourth child, so we were pretty familiar at that point with what teenage boys looked like.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
And he began not to look right. It didn't, and I don't mean just physically not look right, but emotionally he didn't look right. Money started disappearing. At first just $5 or $10, and then it became $100, $200, $250 a week. He became withdrawn from the family, his grooming changed, his habits changed, he began missing school, his friends changed. Addiction is a very selfish issue. You cease to have relationships with people. You view people as a resource, a means of fulfilling all of your needs. And so that's what we saw. It was we became resources for him. He would lie, he would steal. I have learned that behind every addict is a family that suffers horribly as well, and they suffer very much in isolation. There's not a lot of sympathy or understanding of it. There's certainly not a lot of support. Oftentimes, people judge parents for the choices their children make.
Why don't you just try to get that? Why don't you do that?
Where you been?
So at 17, we said, if you're going to stay in our home, there are going to be some rules. He said, I'm not going to live by your rules. And so my husband said, well, you've got 15 minutes. Go get what you want.
Where am I supposed to go, Dad? I don't know. Get your stuff and get out of here.
And when I heard my husband say that, I was relieved. I thought, thank you. Thank you. Maybe we can sleep. Maybe tonight we can sleep. And I don't have to hide my wallet. And I don't have to lock the kids' doors. And then I was ashamed.
That's what I was telling Amber about.
Because no mother should be grateful that she can't take care of her children.
I'll take water.
So we walked out the door. It was in the middle of November. It was cold. I was driving one day. It was really cold. I saw this kind of slightly built, it looked like a kid, shuffling along in the snow in sandals that didn't cover his feet well, and he was kind of hunkered down. He had just a hoodie on, and he looked up. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's my son. But he had disappeared. I couldn't find him. I always slept really good when he was in jail. They're basically safe. They get 3 meals a day and they're clean. And you know where they are. This particular time he was out of the home and he looked horrible. He always looked horrible when he was heavy into using. And he knocked on the door and he says, Mom, I'm hungry. Can you give me something to eat? I said, well, yes. Yes, I'll always feed you. And he said, okay, if I come to your house every day at noon, could you give me something to eat? I said, yes, I will do that. I will leave you something on the doorstep. Every day at noon you come and I'll have something for you to eat. But I'm sorry you cannot come to our house. Because every time he came in, he stole from us. I did a lot of counseling in those days. I was on antidepressants. I did a lot to try and keep myself stable. The counselor told me something that was so powerful. She said, your greatest challenge is going to be learning to love your son and not enable the addict. And that is going to be a dance you'll do as long as he's involved in his addictions. And I'd get my dishes. And then I'd go in my room and I'd cry. Because I couldn't save my son. Because I couldn't save my son.
Answer the question.
How many times?
Stealing from your own
How
mother?
many times do I have to see you here?
Who does that in your life?
It's here because he's an
I'm just
idiot.
gonna
That's
answer
why.
Wasting everyone's time.
The question, the answer is
You. Who are you? Why are you here today?
I said, well, I've come to advocate for my son. You have to know my son is not a criminal. My son is an addict, and he needs help to get rehabilitated. And if you put him in prison, you won't be helping him. You'll criminalize him. And so I'm asking you to put him in a halfway house. And so they talked amongst themselves for a minute and decided to put him in the halfway house. It was a 3-year sentence. And then as we were walking out the door, they said to him, we're doing this for your mom, not for you, and you need to get a job. And he did. It's now been 17 years that we've been dealing with this. He's gotten better. He is not sober all the time. He still drinks occasionally, but we have established rules for him to be in our home. And a boundary isn't about trying to control the addict. It's about trying to protect ourselves from the addict's behavior and to keep ourselves safe. So a boundary for us was, if you steal from us, you got to know I'm going to prosecute you, because that's not okay. So what I've learned through this whole experience is that you've got to learn how to love the son and not enable the addict. And so it's a dance we still do.
If you have trouble setting appropriate boundaries, the education and prevention programs at Life Skills Academy can help. Go to lindamcqueen.org. The page will open up to Life Skills Academy. Again, go to lindamcqueen.org. Once you're there, the page will open up to Life Skills Academy. And while you're there, please take advantage of our forums, chats, group meetings, webinars, and hangouts. A link will be provided below. A certificate of completion will be issued upon completion of courses taken with Life Skills Academy. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Please remember to like and share. And if any of you can donate to this channel, please do. Go to lindamcqueen.org to make your donation. Thank you.